Faerie.
Beyond the Shadow. Since the quarantine, my scheduled routine for work has changed quite a bit. I work as one of the security guards for a business nearby. I used to work during the day, but Lisa, one of my coworkers, asked me to switch with her. She used to do the night routine, but since her babysitter can no longer babysit at night, she can't work those times. I told her sure. I am in my mid-20s, and my school was already online for me, so it was no problem at all. I showed up to work at night the next day and sat watching all the cameras. I felt like there was no point in doing this anymore, since I assumed everyone should be at home. But it is what it is, I thought. The night carried on to what seemed like hours. I was bored out of my mind. I kept looking at the cameras, used my phone here and there, and it felt like a very chill evening. The shift finally ended early in the morning the next day, and Lisa called to ask how the night shift went. I told her it was so boring and very quiet. She laughed and said, "That's good. Nothing ever happens during my shifts. They are very chill as well." The following day, I went to work and this time brought snacks and my laptop. I figured I could work on homework while I watched the cameras. I looked up every now and then to make sure everything was normal. The hours dragged by. As it got closer to the middle of the night, I was working on my homework when I saw from the corner of my eye one of the cameras glitch. I closed my laptop and put it on the counter, and I clicked on the camera screen. I saw a shadow dancing around on one of the desks. My heart dropped. I tried to zoom in on the camera to see who or what it was. Suddenly, my phone rang. I jumped, and I saw it was Lisa calling. As I answered the phone, I saw the shadow stopped dancing. It was standing still on top of the desk. "Hey, it's me. How are you holding up?" I told her there was a shadow on one of the cameras, and I told her what should I do. As I told her this, I saw the shadow start to move again. "Oh crap, Lisa, it's moving." "I don't think it's human." Lisa sounded scared on the phone. She told me to either go investigate or call the cops. I told her to stay on the line with me while I tried to zoom in on the camera. I didn't have to because as I squinted to take a closer look at the shadow darted towards the camera, and the camera glitched and turned black. "Lisa, I'm going to call the cops." I hung up and called the cops. While I waited for them to arrive, I locked myself in the surveillance room. I waited about 10 minutes until I heard a knock on the door. "Police." I opened the door and told the 3 police officers everything I saw. 2 of them went to investigate the floor where I saw the shadow. Meanwhile, I tried to rewind the recording. It was all there on the recording except the last part looked different. I remember seeing the shadow dash towards the camera, but in the recording we saw it hold something up to the camera. The shadow had a claw-like hand, and in its hand it was holding up a name tag. We paused it to see the name. It was quite blurry, but we could still see the words on it. The police officer said, "Do you know anyone named Thomas J?" My face turned pale. I told him that's my name tag.